You key up, press the mic button to speak, on Channel 19 some night in 2026, just to see who's out there. And the answer, almost every time, is nobody. Maybe a faint voice 10 miles ahead if you're lucky. But the thing that used to fill this dash, a whole second language, running all night, every night, is gone. This list is 9 words from that language, counting down from the lightest wordplay to the one that predicted its own end. These aren't guesses. Every word has a real, specific cause of death. A law repealed, a company that went broke, a device made illegal, or a new tech that quietly took its job. Knowing what killed each one matters, because it tells you exactly what the road lost and why. The top word is a joke CB drivers invented to make fun of one particular device. And that device, in a twist nobody saw coming, is the reason the whole conversation on this list went silent. Let's get into it. Number 9. Start with the lightest one, a word that proves this language was built for fun, not just for need. Comedian was the strip of grass between the two sides of the highway. That's it. You say it and you see the joke inside the word median, comedian. Some driver keyed up to warn about a wreck over the comedian back at mile 210, and every driver who heard it knew the joke before you got to the number. The word did not die because some machine replaced it. It died because the radio channel went quiet. No one left to laugh at the pun. That's the real loss, a shared sense of humor that lived on a public radio channel and nowhere else. Number 8. A joke is the smallest thing that died. Next is a word that kept the channel usable. CB had only one frequency and everybody had to share it. Alligator station meant a channel hog, someone who talked all the time and almost never listened. The phrase came straight from the way an alligator's mouth opens wide and never shuts. The scene you'd hear was a driver going on and on about his ex-wife, and another driver interrupted saying, "We got an alligator station on 19 boys. Better find another channel." And a dozen cabs would chuckle. The word died because a group text or a driver app gives everyone their own private line. There's no single shared room for one loud voice to flood. The channel itself, the one big shared CB frequency, doesn't exist in that form anymore. Lost with it is a small piece of community discipline, drivers managing their own space out loud, with a joke instead of a rule. Number 7, from the channel's manners to the channel's hardware. The next word was built around a piece of gear that was once as normal in a cab as a coffee cup. Bird dog meant radar detector, and if yours started going off, you'd key up and tell the convoy the bird dog is barking. Your hand on the mic came almost as fast as this blinking light up by the sun visor. Then the law caught up. On December 21st, 1993, a federal rule made it illegal for a commercial vehicle to even carry a radar detector. The device was struck from the cab, and the word had nothing left to name. There's no real case for bringing it back. A fair inspection matters more. What's worth naming is the radio words that wrap themselves around a device that isn't allowed in the cab anymore. Number 6. Sometimes a word didn't need a device in the cab. It needed a whole shared culture outside it, and some of those died twice. Kojak with a Kodak was a police officer running radar. 2 references folded into one sentence. Kojak, the bald TV detective played by Telly Savalas, and Kodak, the camera company that made every American family's film. The joke, a cop taking your picture with a radar gun, like a Kojak with a camera. A convoy leader would call it flat and fast. Kojak with a Kodak, mile 180, headed east, and everyone within range understood without a second word. Then both halves of the joke expired. Kojak stopped being shown on TV in 1978. Kodak filed for bankruptcy on January 19th, or 2012. It shut 13 film plants, 130 labs, and cut 50,000 jobs. Both cultural icons disappeared. A driver under 40 today has never owned a Kodak camera or watched a single episode of Kojak. The pun's whole base crumbled from 2 separate directions, years apart. It's a clean way to feel how fast a shared world can vanish. 2 completely unrelated things died for their own reasons and took one sentence with both of them. Number 5. So far, the words that died lost either their audience or their pop culture references. The next word lost its reference to a giant of American stores that didn't just fade, it shrank for a century and then shut down for good. green stamps meant cash money, and the reason was S&H Green Stamps, a huge rewards program. At its peak, it printed more stamps than the U.S. Postal Service and mailed out 35 million catalogs a year. Your mother or your aunt pasted them into booklets, and the whole country knew exactly what you meant. A driver at a toll booth would say under his breath, "Time to get the green stamps out," while digging for dollar bills up by the visor. Then the common knowledge disappeared. A 1972 Supreme Court ruling severely weakened the business model. That was the beginning of the end. By 1999, only about 100 stores in the whole country still offered the stamps. And on October 4th, 2020, the final digital version of the program shut down for good, ending a 124-year run. Cash itself didn't disappear, but the stamp program the saying was built on is gone, and so is the word. As an extra note, even paying cash at a toll is getting rarer. A small windshield tag bills you before you see the booth. The word and the world it described died together, and that's the truth of it. Let's pause the countdown for a quick second. I've got a question for you. Drop it in the comments. That tells us who actually made it this deep. And hey, if you're not subscribed yet, now's the time. It's free, and unlike a chicken coop, it'll never catch you by surprise. Number 4. Some words died slow cultural deaths. This one died by an act of Congress. And it's the purest example of what happens when the thing a word describes gets literally removed from the law. Double nickel meant the 55 mile per hour speed limit. It came from the 1974 Emergency Highway Energy Conservation Act. That law was passed in the panic of the 1973 oil crisis. Drivers who owned their own trucks and got paid by the mile felt it in their paychecks every single week. The whole channel shared the groan, running double nickel through 3 states. You'd say it, and every driver knew the frustration. Then on December 8, 1995, Congress fully took back the national limit. States quickly lifted speeds to 65, 70, 80 miles an hour. The word didn't fade from lack of use. Its whole reason for being was removed from the federal code with a pen. A trucker today complaining about a slow stretch doesn't have a single nationwide number to blame. That number no longer exists. Number 3. So far we've lost words to dead devices, dead companies, and dead laws. The next word died because its whole job, warning the next driver, moved to a screen. Smokey in a plain wrapper and Fox in the henhouse both meant an unmarked police car. The threat? A plain car that didn't look like a cop car, parked suspiciously on the side of the road. Your own eyes might miss it, so the channel became the eyes for the whole convoy. A driver would key up fast. Smokey in a plain wrapper, headed west, mile marker 40. In your head, you'd hear a dozen rigs slowing down. Then a phone app called Waze was born in 2008. Google bought it in 2013 for $1.3 billion. Suddenly, any driver could tap a screen to mark a police spot on a live map. The same real-time warning shared by many people at the same time, but silent. The Los Angeles police formally objected to the feature in December 2014, which tells you how well it worked. Warning the next guy is alive and well. It just doesn't sound like anybody anymore. What's gone is the voice calling it out, a voice that used to know your CB nickname. We're down to the last 2. The daily habit the whole channel was built around, and the joke that predicted its own end. Let's finish it. Number 2. The unmarked cop was a threat you spotted once in a while, but the way station was something you dealt with every single day, and the whole channel organized itself around it. Chicken coop meant a way station. Flying the coop meant driving through one without stopping when the word ahead said it was clear. The information mattered because there was no other way to get it, except from the trucker who just passed it. The handset would crackle. Coops open at the county line, better hit the truck route. A driver 2 miles back would flip on his turn signal, acting on a stranger's word. Then PrePass arrived. It started as a research program in 1991. Its first live bypass site went online in May 1993 at the Santa Nella scale on I-5 in California. A small radio tag on your windshield gets read by a roadside reader a mile out. Trucks that meet the rules get a green light and keep rolling. By 1998, PrePass had 35 stations in 10 states. By 2024, it had 550 sites in 44 states. The question of whether it's open or closed gets answered automatically per truck before you see the building. That's a real improvement. Less time stopped, more predictable. But it replaced a small daily act of drivers looking out for each other for nothing in return. The tag on the windshield doesn't wave back. Last one changed everything, and it's not a police word. It's a joke this whole radio world told about itself and got proven right. Stick with me. Number 1, remember the word CB culture built to make fun of a specific idiot with a specific device? Here it is. And here's how that device ended the joke. The channel and the whole world this list has been counting down. Portable phone booth was a mocking term for someone on a cell phone. A private, costly one-to-one call. To a CB driver, that seemed pointless. You had a whole channel of strangers watching out for you for free. A driver would tease a buddy who'd started carrying one, look at you with your portable phone booth. What happens when nobody's listening but the phone company? The buddy would laugh, probably, and the strange twist sat right there, invisible, because that very device, the tiny private line, was the thing that would empty the channel in a decade. Wikipedia's own article on CB radio names, mobile phones, the internet, and family radio service as the main causes of the decline. Cell phones didn't compete with CB. They made it no longer needed. Once every driver had a private line, the reason to key up on 19 and talk to strangers mostly went away. The joke was right. CB culture predicted its own end and thought it was describing a fool. It was describing the future. The private line beat the public one, and once it did, the whole conversation ended. Every word on that list lost its job to something quieter, faster, or private. And the last one was the joke that saw the whole thing coming. Those drivers weren't soft about their language. They just used it to watch each other's backs, day after day, for years. That deserves its name said out loud. Experienced truckers. What CB word did your dad or your first trainer use that we didn't cover here? Give us the word, roughly what it meant, and where you heard it. We read every single comment, and the best ones become the words in the next one, with your name on camera. And if you made it this far without subscribing, well, that's like running without a bird dog, but that's illegal now. Hit the button. Until next time, keep the rubber side down and the shiny side up, a way of saying drive safely.